Hi, my name is K. Nagamalikarjuna and I'm submitting my assignment 6 Strings and Algorithms. So, we have been provided with Boyer-Moore, Brute Force, and KMP Mature and Rabin-Crop algorithms. Those are the string matching algorithms. And using any of those algorithms, we have to find the words that has the longest continual substring, longest continual prefix, and the longest suffix of all the things, vowels and consonants. We have to find all the substring, prefix, and suffix. So we have given a text file, lorem text file. Yeah, I have imported the text file. So we have all the different things on this. So from this, we have to find the longest continual substring and the longest continual prefix and the longest continual suffix of the vowels and the consonants. So initially what we'll do, initially we will access, like first initially we'll load the things. We'll load the text file initially, and then with this open statement, it will read a file called this lorem lapsum text and store the contents of the string in the document variable. The new line /n are removed from the string. Then we will make a clean text. This clean text function takes the string of a text as input and then returns a list of unique words in the text. Here the function removes the character list, all these commas, all the things from the text and splits the text into words based on white spaces. Then the function returns to the unique words in the text. Then we'll go to the vowel function. We have defined the vowel function. Here, the vowel function takes a single character as input and returns true if the character is a lowercase like a, iou, or a false otherwise. Then we will initial a longest vowels function takes a single word as a input and returns the length of the longest sequence of here consecutive vowels in the word. Then we will define another function called prefix vowels. With the prefix vowels function takes a single word as an input and then returns the length of the longest sequence of the consecutive vowels at the beginning of the word. Then the consonants. Here we take the consonants. The function takes a single word, same thing as an input, and it is the length of the longest sequence of consonants. The same thing, the prefix. Prefix function takes a single word as input and it is the longest sequence of consecutive consonants on the here the beginning of the word. And the suffix, the same thing. The function use the longest prefix to find the length of the sequence of consecutive consonants at the beginning of the word in the reverse. Then we will define the function inspect vowels. Here the argument takes a list of words like lst we mention and the function analyzes each word in the list and find the longest prefix, suffix and substring of the word of the each word. Finally, the three empty lists are initialized to store the words in the longest prefix, suffix and substring of vowels. Then we will initialize the m1, m2, m3 and keep the track of the maximum of the length of prefix, suffix and substring of vowels. Then the function loops each word in the list. For each word, the function calls the longest prefix, then it is the longest consonants, not consonants, continuous prefix of word, vowels in the word. If the length of the prefix is greater than or equal to m1, the function updates the m1 to the length of the prefix and then appends the word to the longest prefix. Similarly, the longest suffix vowel function finds the length of the longest continuous suffix of the word vowels in the word, and if the length is greater than or equal to m2, then the function updates the m2 and appends the word to the longest suffix. Similarly, finally, the longest vowel function finds the length of the longest continuous substring of vowels in the word. If the length is greater than or equal to m3, the function updates m3 and appends the word to the longest substring list. So after looping the words in the list, and the function prints longest prefix and the suffix and the substring. Here the code then cleans the text, clean at the text function from the document and assign to the list. And finally it calls the inspect vowels to print the variables. Similarly, we have the inspect consonants, which takes a list of words and outputs the longest prefix, suffix and substring of consonants in the words. It starts by initializing the three lists as the same thing, then it will go to the m1, m2, m3, the longest prefix, suffix and substrings. Then for each word in the list, the function calls the longest prefix consonants function to get the length of the longest prefix of consonants in the word, then compare to get the length of to m1. If the length is greater than m1, it updates the value of m1 and then add to the longest prefix list. If the length is strictly greater than m1, it updates clear the longest prefix list. Here the longest suffix consonants function, we use the same thing in the vowels to get the longest suffix of consonants in the word and compares it to the m2. It updates the value of m2 and adds the word to the longest suffix list. If the length is strictly greater than m2, it first clears the longest suffix list. The same thing m3. If the length is greater than or equal to m3, then it updates the value of m3 and adds the word to the longest substring list. If the length is strictly greater than m3, it first clears the longest substring list. Finally, it prints the consonants of list containing these labels, longest prefix, longest suffix and the longest substring. And here the this line clean calls the clean text document and then call the inspect consonants on the resulting line of unique words. So we will see, we will run this. Yeah, we got the longest continual prefix of vowels as s mode and the suffix of vowels as all the things, and the substring of vowels is same, and the continual prefix of consonants and the continual suffix of consonants and the continual substring of consonants. So we got all the things from the text file by using the string algorithm. Thank you.